What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 92 of the Special Conditions podcast, where our love for Pokemon and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Monday, August 16th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, and I'm joined by my co-host, Ken Pescator. What is going on, Ken?
What's up, Adam? How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
Well, that's fabulous. That's
fantastic.
Great. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I'm glad you had a good week. Had a good weekend.
Yes. Very good weekend.
Okay.
A lot of
that's
relaxing.
Good.
A lot of relaxing.
It was, it was Pokemon Go. It was Eevee Community Day, and it was like 94 degrees or something in Jersey. It was blazing hot, so it was brutal, but I was outside. So I'm kind of in chill mode right now because I was sweating my butt off all weekend.
Are you in chilling rain mode?
I am in chilling rain mode right now.
Speaking of chilling rain, we looked last week at Ice Rider Calyrex. So this week, of course, we're going to do Shadow Rider Calyrex, and it's going to be our card of the week. So we'll also check out a deck list from Tord Reckliffe on Pokemon.com. We have our TN Comics opening. Art of the week this week is Single Strike Urshifu. And Evolving Skies Build and Battle boxes are now available. And before you know it, the full release will be here. Because pre-releases and all that jazz.
That's what pre-releases mean. It's a pre to the release, so that it's inevitable. The release is imminent.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
The evolutions are coming.
So, Adam, out of the gate, what design do you prefer better, the Ice Rider Calyrex or the Shadow Rider Calyrex?
Ice Rider.
You know, I'm torn because I originally thought that the Shadow Rider was really cool, and then looking at those cards from last week, I was like, all right, these look more like this warrior, like, I don't know, it just looked really tough, but I don't know. I'm looking at some of these options that we'll talk about here for Shadow Rider, and I almost like the Shadow Rider V art, but we'll get there. I don't know. I can't tell what I like better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like an emo horse.
It is a little bit more of an emo horse.
Which sounds like the better one, but I like the pointy spikes and icicles from the other one, so.
All right, well, why don't you tell us what this card is all about? And I remember when Chilling Reign first came out, they were making a big deal about Shadow Rider and Ice Rider, but like Shadow Rider seemed to be the one that was going to have the competitive edge.
All the gusto.
What's the deal? What's the deal with this
card?
So
Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, Psychic type. It has an HP of 320. It has an attack for 3 colorless called Max Geist. It does 10 damage. Woo! Sounds like a lot, I know. This attack does 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon.
That's pretty good, man.
That's all right, but here's what makes it so much better. It has an ability called Underworld Door. Once during your turn, you may attach a psychic energy card from your hand to one of your benched psychic Pokemon. If you do, you draw 2 cards. Holy cow.
So this is this
Energy
like,
Excel and draw.
But I don't know, to run a deck that features this card, does that mean that you would run more energy than normal in this deck?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
Because you can attach more than one during your turn, so if you can get them in your hand, that's a bonus. Because then you can attach multiple.
Well, you have your normal turn energy placement, and you have one onto your bench from here.
Yeah, so turn 1 you attach. Turn 2 you get a Calyrex VMAX evolution. You attach the second energy. You use the third for Underworld Door. And then you've got 3 energies.
Oh, then you're good, yep.
Yep, so then you're hitting for 100 damage for those 3 energies.
Understood. And then from there, it would just compound, because then you could just start stacking your bench.
Exactly. So if you have multiple Calyrex VMAXs going on, you can just keep attaching energies and drawing more cards.
I'd be worried about decking out if I'm drawing an extra 2 cards every single turn. I'll take it though, I guess, as long as you have the
It's
energy.
consistent. I'll say that.
Yeah. But there's 3 flavors of Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. There's the standard one from Chilling Reign, of course, all of them. And then there's a Rainbow Rare, and there's a Alt Art Secret Rare. So I don't know. I almost like the design of the standard one the best out of these. Usually the Alt Art is pretty like awesome. But I don't know, something about the background and just like those motion lines in the standard one, like it just looks really.
Yeah, the standard
really cool.
one gets my choice.
Okay, all right, so I'm not crazy because usually the alt arts are like, all right, that one's way cooler. But I don't know, I like the standard one here, and then I guess we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Shadow Rider Calyrex V, just a standard V. And
yeah, for sure.
Go for it.
So this one is sitting at 210 hit points. For 1 psychic energy, does Shadow Mist for 10 during your opponent's next turn. They can't play any special energy cards or stadium cards from their hand.
That's nice.
That's bonkers. That's actually like really good.
Well, a lot of decks are reliant on special energy, right?
Yes. Yep. And then you've got the second attack, Astral Barrage, for 3 colors. It says choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 5 damage counters on each of them. So that's not doing damage. That's placing the damage counters.
Right. I remember we talked about that a couple episodes ago, the difference between the language there. You're not doing damage, you're just placing counters.
Exactly.
Now, here we also have 3 flavors. We've got the regular one, we've got a full art, and we've got an alternate full art. And I don't know. For me, I don't know. They're all good. They're all really good.
I like the color variance between the alt art and the VMAX because then they're very distinctual. You can tell which one's which.
Yeah.
I feel like the full art is by far my favorite out of all of these. But with that being said, it kind of still feels like the VMAX because it's got the swirls and it feels like it's in space.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the background.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. No, I like that, how it's like almost the colors and the shading and everything kind of goes away and it's almost cell shaded a little bit. So it has like a real, I don't know, drawn look to it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool cards.
Yeah, the white highlights.
All right, so this card is pretty awesome. How did you use it in the deck? And I like when Pokemon.com does this because they kind of spell it all out. They give us a complete list. And this is kind of, toward Reckliv's, I guess, he put together this list and kind of explains how it works. So talk to me about this specific build. And is this the standard build that you typically see when people are running Shadow Rider?
Yes. So typically you see the 4/4 Shadow Rider Calyrex just because, again, it's consistency. It's, it's drawing cards. And the fact of the matter is, it is essentially, in his article, he talks about how that the ability is essentially, it's Malamar, where you could grab a psychic energy from your discard and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. It's like that, but also with the Minccino from Sword and Shield. Because you're not discarding a card, you're technically attaching an energy, so you're energy accelerating, and you're drawing cards from the consistency of the ability. So having a 4/4 line of this is just max consistency. In here, he does talk about, like, he has, like, Dedenne GX, Marshadow, and Gengar Mimikyu, but those are going to be rotating. Probably by the time you hear this, it's already rotated. So, there. Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, the only crazy things would be the addition of Alcremie VMAX. It's more of like a late game, just because Gmax Whisk says discard any amount of energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So really comes down to, it only needs 2, so you can attach 1 for your turn, use Calyrex's ability to attach a second one, get it into the active, and then do as much damage as you want, depending on how many energies you want to discard. And like this really is for like the last game. Like if something they build
Pull
up,
out all the stops.
yeah, if they pull out a
The Hail Mary.
yeah, something crazy, you're just like, yes, well, I have 6 energies. I'm gonna do 360 damage. Wow.
What I thought was cool in the article is how Tord was like, this card is like a triple threat. You know, it has its own energy acceleration mechanic. It has the draw support, but then it also packs a punch. So you have like energy acceleration, draw support, and attack power all in one.
Yeah, and then if you start with El Creme and you've discarded a bunch of psychics, he has the one colorless attack that says Adornment. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a psychic energy and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So if you have 5 bench and you have 5 psychic energies, you can attach 5 psychic energies to all your, like one each to each one of your bench Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you could set yourself up. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. What else? Sorry, I went into the next page. But yeah, it's just a heavy focus on like consistency. So you've got 4 fog crystals. They allow you to search for a psychic energy or a psychic Pokemon and put it into your hand. That's bonkers. You've got Pokemon Communications, Evolutionary Incense, Quick Balls, just the standard consistency cards for supporters, or not supporters, for stadiums. You're going to be playing 2 training courts because these are going to allow you to get your psychic energies that go to the discard back to your hand. You got Boss's Orders, a full 4 copies of Marnie and Professor's Research, and then you've got the Crobat to draw cards because you're essentially attaching a psychic, drawing 2. Okay, you've got, you just keep using your ability, get rid of as many cards as possible, and then you drop the Crobat, draw more. Very consistent, 13 energies.
Yeah, I'm surprised though that a lot of these cards are going to be rotating out, and like this article just came out, so it's like, if you want to run this list, it's like run this list now or never, because it's going to a lot of this stuff is going away. But obviously with Chilling Reign just coming out, I mean, the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX is going to be in the mix for a long time. It'll just have to have a different cast of supporters behind it, that because the stuff is is going away. But I don't know. I think that these cards are going to have a lot of legs, and you will probably see them being used straight through to the end of the next rotation.
Yes,
sure.
And what I really like about the article is that he goes into talking about the weaknesses, and he's like, take advantage of the weakness. Talks about Eternatus VMAX being like, yes, play that. It destroys this deck. Doesn't always, but, weakness is still a thing. Talks about Galarian Moltres V. Then talks about some tag teams and stuff, but it's like, okay, those are going to be rotated, so whatever. Right. And then it's talking about walling them out with Decidueye. With the ability that stops all safeguard or whatever it is.
I had that in, we're doing our TCGO tournament for our patrons this week, and I went up against Copy Cody, and I mean, I'm using a fire deck, he's using a grass deck, but I've got, I'm using Old Faithful Charizard Reshiram, tag team, and he was blocking me out. I mean, I was able to bring in Volcanions, like baby Volcanion, and take him out, but I got faced with that. So I'd imagine if your deck is exceptionally reliant on these big boy cards, that, even something like a Decidueye will trip you up.
Yeah, exactly. And then, kind of talking about, Zamazenta V as well, being something that can stop it. Big Parasol, so they can't use Astral Barrage.
And what another thing I like about the article is, in addition to talking about how to use this deck, it talks about how to counter it, like you're saying. So sometimes even if you do plan on running it, it helps you prepare and maybe customize the deck if you understand how, what the deck's weaknesses are.
So when you build a deck, you want to like think of the worst case scenario, like Cody who has playing grass against the fire. It's like you got to figure out, what cards you can play. So if you do encounter a fire deck, what's going to make you not upset that, you're playing grass? So you can run the weakness guard energies. You can run a couple colorless Pokemon that help out, or if there's water Pokemon that use grass energies like Obama
Yeah, well, I mean,
Snow.
dude, he tucked in Inteleon in that deck. You know what I mean? So there was still an Inteleon there that was a little bit of a threat.
Okay.
But
All right.
but because I'm running like 4 Pokemon catcher and stuff, I was able to just kind of, clear up his bench before it became a threat. You know what I mean? Because I was able to take things out. So I'm, I just drew into like tons of energy and welder and all this stuff. And it was like before he could do anything, I had, completely built out Charizard Reshiram. You know what I mean? So I was
just more or less saying, you want to just to strategize against your own deck. You want to try to hate your deck. I mean that in the nicest way. Try to think of all the worst case scenarios and then try to prepare for those.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. I mean, so that way, you can't get caught off guard.
Exactly.
And all right, well, Adam, it's that time, and I like this time because I get to open a pack of cards, and I have Shining Fates, so I'm very exciting.
Ooh, I've got Darkness Ablaze.
So I'm going to go first here. God, I love the way Shining Fates feels in my hands.
It feels like cardboard?
Yeah, but the cardboard is like
potentially shiny,
and the stock is nicer. Psychic Energy, Floatzel, Rotom, Gym Trainer, Coughing, Shinx, Weasel, Nickit, Trapinch, Reverse Hollow, Dartrix, and my rare is a non-hollow Dreadnought. And I do have a code for y'all, and it is Q2PBCTJ9QYYRH. Good luck. Adam, redeem this TN Comics.
Oh, redeem the code? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. All right. I'll let somebody that's listening redeem it. All right. Let me see. All right. Darkness Blaze, 4 to the back. Water Energy. We've got a Vibrava, a Dedenne with Mad Party. Steenie? Is that what that is? Yeah, Steenie. I got a Grimer, Wimpod, Fletchling, Passimian, Phoebus. My reverse hollow is a Marini, and my rare is a Melmetal. Woo!
Oh.
I don't know what I redeemed there. And then my code, MTLNB4BPXVJXN. Good luck, traders.
All right, and thank you so much to TN Comics for supplying us with these packs that we could open on today's show. TN Comics is our source for all the stuff that we need for TCG, including upcoming releases, and they do a lot of fun stuff like, different pack openings and pack battles and things like that. A lot of good stuff going on at tncomics.com, and if you use promo code FULLHEAL, one 225 word, at checkout.
FULLHEAL 225. It has been updated.
It has been updated. Full Heal 225. What is 225?
The number for Delibird in the Pokedex.
Oh, Adam. Full Heal 225 at checkout for an additional 5% off your purchase at tncomics.com. TN Comics, thank you so much for hooking us up.
Yeah, apologize to anybody who tried to use the code. It's updated now. You're good to go.
Okay.
You're good to go.
All
good
right.
to go.
Full
good
Heal
to go.
225. All right, Adam. Last week we were kind of making jokes. We had Art of the Week, and I had picked Snorlax, and then we ran the random number generator, and it came up with Single Strike Urshifu, a new card. So not a lot of pieces of art. However, there was enough. So why not? Feature it?
Why not?
So I have four examples here of Single Strike Urshifu, and we'll run through them here. The first one is going to be coming from Chilling Reign, of course. This is the standard one, just a regular stage 1, 140 hit point card. It is done by Mitsuhiro Irita. Irita is one of the most popular illustrators in the TCG forever. And, a fun fact about Irita is that he's also done illustrations for Shin Megami Tensei, for Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy, and a bunch of other franchises. So it's kind of cool when you see he's doing art for a bunch of different big franchises in Japan. It's really, really awesome. But Irita's awesome. But this card is it's definitely a big departure from when you look at the Vs and the V Maxes that have these big lavish artwork. Like this one is kind of just a little bit more tame, but it's just like this really cool action shot.
It's very intense.
Yeah, like the Irita style of motion and blur and everything like that. So it puts a lot of motion into the card. But yeah, little intense. You get this really cool look, like a peering look from Urshifu, which is pretty sweet. Our next card is our first full art.
We didn't even talk about the art. He's like punching almost like through the card. It looks like when they do like a special move and it kind of like focuses on the background or like just their fist, and then it like
it's got motion line. It's got anime lines on it.
It pulls away and it's just like yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't think I heard that. How is it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you for that clarification.
Oh, you're very welcome.
No,
I'm here all week.
It is a good looking art. It is a good looking art, but
I love the colors. It is like it's like in a desert.
Yeah, but come on, man. When you compare it to these others, though.
No, but we're looking at this card right now. The sky is bright blue, and there's such a contrast. There's orange to the left, beet red to the right, and then like a purple right where he's standing.
No, it's definitely an awesome card. Irita is the man.
Yeah, I love this art.
It looks awesome, but like I don't know. This next one really, really, really does it for me. This is the Single Strike Urshifu V full art. So from Battle Styles, the artist is Planeta Mochizuki, and Planeta is I don't know if that's like a stage name or something, but it's like written in all caps. But they've illustrated over 30 cards, and a bunch of them are V and V Max cards. So this big flamboyant style of like just huge characters on the card, it's very evident. And the next card we're going to talk about is also from the same artist, but this one's cool. It's like he's in like a real deep like middle stance. His feet are in each of the bottom corners of the card, and he's like taking up the entire card, just kind of like like ready to throw down. It just, I don't know. I love this card because it looks so serious. Like, why so serious? This Single Strike Urshifu V, very serious. What do you think of this one?
I don't like this card.
Get out of here, really?
No, I don't like it.
I love it.
I don't like it. I don't love it.
That's so interesting. What is it? Just that it's such a billboard? It's like so big?
Yeah. I don't think I like any of these other cards. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
Wow. Well, this next one from the same artist is also from Battle Styles, but it's not the full art. And like Urshifu's like punching like a brick or something, and it's like, and there's like lightning coming out of it, and it's like, how do you not like this one?
Because the other one has more emotion. The thing is, if it makes you feel something when you're looking at it, like it's telling a story, or like that's how you know it's good.
But look at Irita's card, right? You have Urshifu punching towards the viewer, towards the the foreground, and it's like coming out at you like right?
Yes.
But then when you look at the non-full art,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Is it computer drawn? Like
that's what it feels like.
All right, so that takes a little bit away from me, but I think the action like of punching towards the foreground looks awesome here. But looking at it back 10 feet, it's like, all right, this is, I don't know, a little too graphical and not, I don't know. I can't explain it. But this next one, Adam, takes the cake for me. This thing is phenomenal.
What is
Single
it?
Strike Urshifu VMAX, secret rare, alt art from Battle Styles. This artist is Kinu Nishimura. And the interesting thing about this artist is this is the only card for Pokemon that she's ever done. However, I did some research on her name and started Googling, and she's done a ton of work for Capcom over like the last, I don't know how long. Street Fighter art, like just all the
I was gonna say,
so
as soon as you said
franchises.
Capcom, I'm like, Street Fighter.
But like, look, like, can't you see this artwork being like similar to, the over the top Street Fighter 5 style, like special moves and stuff? Like, it's very reminiscent of that style, and it just it makes the Urshifu look like a monster. It's so cool. It's so cool.
This will get my number 2 spot out of the 4.
Okay. But like, look at its mouth. Like, I mean, it definitely does not look like the others. It looks like it's in the process of Gigantamaxing. Like, it's just like, rah, like, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
about
how to
ready to
explain
use
it.
hyper beam out of its eyes and mouth.
It looks like he's gonna blow atomic breath like Godzilla.
He's getting ready to lay the beat down.
No, but this one's awesome. You know, just full bleed artwork. The background is rad. It's like a fiery sky with lightning. I don't know. All these cards for me are really cool, but you know, there's something about the newer style artwork that we've seen over the past, you know, Sword and Shield releases. Like, it's a unique style. Like, the art has changed pretty drastically. So, you know, when we talk about these art of the weeks and we talk about older cards, you know, like if you're looking at like Slowpoke from the Fossil set, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be like 3 colors in the whole panel of like the most basic, you know, talking about that Slowpoke card, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's just like a little curly Q for the tail. Like, that's it.
Listen, I've done a card of the week for that.
It's
like
so
with
good.
the AR.
I love that card. I love it. But the cards have come so far artistically that sometimes they kind of go out, you know, a little too far. Some of these cards may, but we had a very limited pool, Adam. We can't argue with the random number generator, which you need to pull up real quick.
I
so
already did.
All right, who are we talking about next week?
All right, hang on. 3, 2, 1. Anorith.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. It's not a Pokemon that stands out to me as far as like saying like, hey, I know this card has cool artwork, so it'll be fun to dig down the rabbit hole and see what's out there for that, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Fossil.
Woo!
All right, Adam, what do you say we take a little break? And when we come back, we got 2 things to talk about. We've got Evolving Skies, Build and Battle Box. Oh, yeah. We've got info on V-Union. I don't know if I mentioned that at the top of the show. We've got V-Union images.
No,
info.
I don't think we said anything.
Nope.
It
New
was a
product
surprise.
coming.
It was a secret. Yep. No.
So why don't we take a break? We come back. We talk about that stuff and wrap this up.
All right. We'll be back right after these messages. And we are back. Ken, how was your break?
It was amazing. I'm fully refreshed and fully hydrated.
Did you clock out?
I didn't. I opened up a fresh Pellegrino because I'm fancy. And it's
Did you
amazing.
drink it with the pinky up?
Of course. That is the only way.
That's the only way.
I'm very frugal with most things in my life, right? Like I live a very humble life. I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. But something about Pellegrino makes me justify spending like $24 on a case of water. I don't know what it is.
I'm okay with spending like $4 for a case of water.
Yo, it's so stupidly expensive. And I don't care. Like I'll be like, yeah, all right, I'm not eating lunch today. Why? It's like I'm saving up to get water at the end of the week. I love it so much. Dude, it burns me every time I go to Costco. I look at it, it's like $25 for a case of Pellegrino. I'm like, put it in the cart. We're taking it home. I need it. I'm so hooked. Anyway, we have a little housekeeping to get through, Adam.
All right, this podcast is powered by Patreon. You can check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 is going to get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there.
Yo, it's $75 prize plus a Champions Path ETB for first place of the tournament this month. That is a legit prize structure, Adam.
Well, listen, it started at 25, but everybody just keeps letting me win. They want to make it a bigger pool at the end of it.
This is becoming like King of the Hill for Adam. So Adam has won the last 2 tournaments. So someone needs to take him down a peg. And I hope it's me, but then that still doesn't give prizes to the community.
No, but it just keeps increasing the price.
I know. It's like before we know, we're going to have a $500 prize pool because Adam wins every week. So someone's got to come in and knock him down.
I think the best part is that I haven't changed my deck for any of the tournaments.
I know, man.
That's kind of
people
wild.
are not prepared.
They've got all these Chilling Reign cards.
No,
meanwhile.
you know what it is? It's like everyone brings fun, spicy stuff. Like everyone's playing with fun decks. So it's like,
Eternatus isn't fun? The next tournament, we just get a bunch of new patrons that come in. They're just like, yeah, we brought fighting.
Yeah.
Watch out. We teched in Zapdos just for you.
Oh, but a huge thank you to our gym leader tier patrons. Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Grant Jamal, JD Mojo, Jojo, Magikarp DM, Paul Sharkfin Talon, and TN Comics Wiz. And of course, special thanks to our executive producer, Tish Smith. Tish, thank you so much.
Yeah, she pulled some fire.
Yo, she did pull some fire. She got a lot of good stuff.
She got like a Vikavolt V. She got a full art Caitlyn.
Oh, that thing was nice.
Yes,
that was very nice. That was very
Get in the Discord so you can join our Zooms. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, and also our merch store is available, PokemonProfessor.com/merch. All right, Adam, I want to talk about Evolving Skies real quick. I don't know where you're at with this or if any of your
I have
LGS
pre-orders from it.
Okay, so you do have a pre-order, but Evolving Skies will be here on August 27th, so towards the end of the month. But the Build and Battle boxes are making their ways out now. A lot of retailers have them already. The 4 potential foil promo cards, this is interesting. We were talking about this on the Zoom. You have Galarian Articuno, Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Moltres, and Flaffy. Like, what a weird combo. But it actually works.
Well, it's because of how exciting Flaffy is, because it gives you, it's got Dynamotor, which is a callback to Electric.
Yes.
From a previous set, which was a broken card in the format, which was just like Malamar. Only now it's for Lightning.
I was going to say.
So just get ready for a lot of Lightning Pokemon.
Yes. But Evolving Skies primarily features, I guess, cards from like the Japanese Eevee Heroes set and the Skystream and Towering Perfection Japanese sets, right?
Yes.
But
yep.
The interesting thing here is from Chilling Reign, there was, I think, 50 cards cut from Chilling Reign from the Japanese release. And a bunch of cards, including some of the Evolution cards, have been cut for Evolving Skies from the Eevee Heroes set. So I know we're going to get really ahead here, but the November release, the November expansion in the US is Fusion Strike, right? So the rumor is that Fusion Strike is going to be the set that finally gets us caught up with Japan so we could finally have some like parity of releases, because I know they're trying to draw them together instead of having Japan be out ahead of us. But a lot of the stuff that's been cut from Chilling Reign and from Evolving Skies, I'm imagining is going to become Fusion Strike in November. But the full card list is out. If you go to pokebeach.com, you can see all the cards in Evolving Skies. But the set looks like a lot of fun. It looks really cool.
Yeah, Dragon's out. Dragon types are back.
And it's worth noting here, too, the art that we've been talking about, this new style art where the art is just absolutely phenomenal, that definitely carries over to Evolving Skies. And, like, the Evolution cards that got cut look phenomenal. There's just, like, the full art trainers look phenomenal. Like, everything looks so good. So they're definitely doing a good job of keeping the art going. But it is interesting that so many cards are getting cut from Japan. But Adam, you have this stuff pre-ordered. You said you've got Build and Battle boxes.
I have a Build and Battle box pre-ordered. I have I have 2 ETBs and I have 2 of the 3 packs.
Okay. Isn't it weird that, like, we just went from calling pre-release kits to Build and Battle boxes and then they made them retail? Like, remember the only place you could get these was, like, at actual pre-release events?
Yep.
And it's like, all of a sudden, they turned it into, like, an on-the-shelf SKU. Now it's just another product. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
It used to be, like, an exclusive thing.
Yeah, it used to be like, oh, go to your LGS and, like there was a reason to go. And then they're like, no, just kidding. GameStop has them.
Yeah,
Now
Amazon has them. You know, it's
Amazon.
like what? Yeah, I'm. It's like I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird and kind of lame at the same time, because like, you know, the foil stamped cards, that was like a little bit of a badge of honor. It's
Yeah,
like it showed that you were
exactly.
at the store. But I don't know what from the card list. Anything you're looking for here? Is there anything that you think is going to stand out from a competitive perspective? Have you looked at it yet?
I do want the Rayquazas and the Rayquaza VMAX because that'll be good. I do want the Umbreon and the Umbreon VMAX just because I know those are going to be good and they're dark, so they work with other dark Pokemon.
Isn't there Gyarados VMAX? Or
Yep.
did that get cut?
You're right. I don't know. I feel like it's in there. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay. No, there's a lot of cool cards, man.
But yeah, so Flaffy is like the number one, and then Rayquaza and Umbreon.
okay.
That's like the stuff that I'm looking for. I mean,
All right, well,
obviously
you
there's
got
gonna be
some
nice new
targets.
trainers, so, and it's
Yeah.
always nice to see new battle styles, you know, like Single Strike and Rapid
Yes.
Strike, just to
Yes.
add to the pool, so like ideas can expand even further.
Well, you got tag teams going away, so you know they got.
Oh yeah,
the
the format's going to shift like
Yeah.
greatly, so this is exciting.
Yeah,
It's an
you gotta
exciting time
double
for the
down.
TCG.
Yep. Now here's some additional excitement for you, Adam. I hope you could handle it. We talked about this. I don't know, 2 months ago maybe, when the first kind of like images of V Union cards came from Japan, and we were like, what the heck are these cards? Well, now we have a US release. These are coming September 24th. We have 3 new V Union special collection boxes. And it's like literally the first time the US has seen these. 3 Pokemon featured are going to be Mewtwo, Greninja, and Zacian. And, you know, like I said, we previously discussed the mechanic. The way it works is each of the cards kind of have like their own move on it, but the only way that you could play an actual V Union card is if all 4 pieces of the V Union card make their way to your discard pile, and then you could play it to your bench. So it's a whole new mechanic. Very gimmicky. I don't know how far this is going to go, if this will continue with the life cycle of this rotation. Who knows?
Well, I think there's a Pikachu V Union from Celebrations that'll be out too. So I mean,
my.
it's just like every Pikachu from every era.
But I think it's going to be interesting to see not only how like physical card players, like what they do to stack up their bench, but like in TCG, they're going to really have to put a graphical update, kind of like they did with the big bench for, Eternatus. You know, they're going to have to do something to allow all 4 of these cards to stack. Maybe they shrink them down and show off. I don't know. But that's going to be very interesting. But, and each of the boxes also come with a Professor Burnett card. That card lets you search your deck for up to 2 cards and to discard. So it's perfectly suited for V Union, because then you could find the cards in your deck and just discard them. Now, if you could only play 1 set of V Union cards, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yes. Yep.
Like, so you could only run 4, like the 4 parts of Mewtwo, you could only run 1 set of 4.
Yeah, so you could run 4 legs, but you could never get it out. You could, honestly, you could.
You can.
Yeah, so you could fool your opponent and be like, "Yeah, I've got a Mewtwo card."
But you can't run 8 different cards of Mewtwo. Like, it has to be 4 total. So if one of these things is prized, you're screwed.
Correct.
That is the worst. Like, help me understand this. Like, what do you think of this gimmick? Do you think this is going to have a big impact on the meta? Not just from like, all right, it's something new, so people are going to try it, but do you think a lot of people are going to run this, and like, is that too much of a commitment? Because your whole deck has to be built around getting this thing out, which may not ever happen because you've got a, 8% chance that this thing is going to be benched or prized.
Yeah. I just sent you a picture that I found on the internet. It's basically, it's 2 players, and what it looks like is they both are using
Oh my God.
It's from a Japanese screenshot of like, somebody playing with it. But it shows like 2 Frostmoth to get ton of water energies on the Greninja, and then like Dedenne GX. And then on the opposing side, it's Zacian V Union, and it's got Kricketune V, it's got Galarian Articuno V, it's got Bronzong, it's got Zacian, and another Dedenne. So it's like
play table is a mess.
Yeah.
Look at all these cards.
Yeah, so I don't think that it's going, like, if your deck is all based on this, you have to have like one other attacker and then just focus your rest of your deck on this. Because it looks like, from what I'm seeing, is there's just a ton of cards that you need to just be like discarding and searching through your deck to find these.
I don't know if I'd want that level of commitment, because it's like you're all or nothing. It's like replacing a complete, set of 4, whatever, 4. Wow. And like, if you don't have all 4 parts, you're never going to be able to move this thing. You're not even going to be able to put it on your bench.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it'll look cool in like the 4-stack binders where there's like four cards per page.
That will look really good. That will look good.
But that's it. that's where these cards will look good.
They look good as collectors, not on the battlefield. No, but I would imagine that people are going to use this like crazy when it first comes out, because everyone's going to want to try it. I just don't know if this is going to like last. Like, is this like, because these are promo cards. It's not like they're attached to any set, but I'd imagine going forward maybe after the November release, or will you think we're going to see actual V Unions coming in the November Fusion release? I don't know. When do these actually hit?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if this is something they're just trying to see like what the reaction is.
But if you're saying there's a Pikachu, obviously they're going to have to continue releasing these. You think that they're just going to exclusively release them as promos?
I mean, that's what they're doing. How would they put, like, imagine you opening up a pack and there's like a rainbow rared left leg. Like, just you're like, wow, Mom, look, I pulled a left leg of Mewtwo. It's so pretty.
No, well, that's why they have to give you all 4 pieces at
right.
once. So
yes. So I think there'll be promos, and it's a good way to get a product out there and to promote a specific Pokemon, if that makes any sense. So like they're promoting Zacian and Zamazenta and Greninja. I don't know why Greninja, but
well, there's no Zamazenta. It's Mewtwo, Greninja, and Zacian.
Oh, it's Mewtwo. Okay, yeah. So, heavily liked Pokemon. So, and then they're doing the Pikachu. Next one, they'll probably do a Charizard, and everyone will go bananas for that. As everyone does for anything Charizard.
But I don't know that. I mean, for one, it seems like a lot of promos, because every time they run these boxes, where normally a box would come with 1 promo, now these boxes are coming with 4 promos. These are all numbered cards. But
yes, Mewtwo leg 1, Mewtwo head 2.
And what's interesting is like some of the cards have, obviously once you create the V Union, you have this deeper pool of moves to choose from, because you're going to have at least 4 moves. But some of them have multiple abilities. So you can have multiple abilities firing when you have your V Union active. The V Union is a 3 prize rule card. I don't know. I think people will, it's like remember when breaks came out and like everyone was trying to use them at first, and then they realized that they weren't that great and they just kind of like went away.
Yes. To the fact where like so many people were just like selling them for $1. Because they were like, I can't even get rid of these.
Break, please.
Yes. Take my stage 4 Pokemon or stage 3 Pokemon. I can't evolve this that many times.
I don't know. I
because the format wasn't slow enough for the larger like stage ones to come to even like have a playability. The only reason that like Greninja worked is because people were already playing Greninja, and so like teching one in was fine.
I don't know. I really think that this is going to be too much of a commitment on the trainer. This is going to end up being more of a meme deck than anything else, or people just like, oh, this is what I'm bringing for, giggles.
I think this gimmick is, and I know technically all the cards are targeted towards kids, but I think this is like seriously like they want the juniors to like be messing around with this as much as possible and build this and bring this to Worlds. I think that's what they want.
How are they going to do it with TCG? How are they going to remap the board? Like how?
I think what they'll do is they'll have like a full art version and it'll be just a little bit bigger, but it'll just sit there.
These promo boxes come with the jumbo cards of the V Union assembled. So it's like, what if you just play that down?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they would just like spread it out, like put all 4 pieces across from each other.
Yeah, but you got to have it like make the picture. You have to do it. I don't know.
You don't have to.
Well, dude, that's the way it was intended. That's
all
the
right.
way Arceus intended it. Show all 4 so it looks like one big Pokemon. It looks cool. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's fun. I'll give it a shot. But
I'm definitely pre-ordering them. I'll tell you that because I want one.
I want it. I just don't know if like you're gonna see like in the power rankings that a lot of these high performing decks are V-Union decks. Who knows? I mean, maybe I'm talking out of left field. Maybe these things are like will be the most popular thing, and maybe they will perform and will function. I don't know, but I just think it's a huge commitment because you have to. Your whole deck is contingent on that happening.
That's what you think, and then meanwhile somebody else is like, I have the perfect deck. It's already made, and just all I need is those 4 cards, and I'm going to a tournament, and I'm gonna wreck face.
Yeah, I guess I just swap out 4 other Pokemon. It seems risky though. I don't know. Maybe I gotta watch some Japanese matches to see this stuff in action, but I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic for sure. But Adam, that was a show.
That was a show.
We did it.
We did
We did a show.
All right, trainers. Email us, info@specialconditionstcg.com. Let us know what you think of the V-Unions. Let us know if you're going to be using them or how you intend to use them and how you could play them better.
I want to know how many of us are going to buy them, 100%, and how many of us are going to use them, 10%.
Leave us a voicemail, text us, send us a picture, 732-835-8639. Ken, you got anything else?
I do have one more quick thing before we go. I do want to give thanks to our show supporter tier patrons, Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Eric, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, Jason, J. Mackle, Justin, Canto, Cody, Ken, Lynchbot, MD, Mike, M. Pitts, Pokénabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky, Sam, Meatwad, Todd, The Noise, and Wood, Woes, Wolf. Thank y'all.
All right. Remember, trainers, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.